So before you start on the Battleship project, I thought it would be good to see where you're going. What we'll do is we'll do a quick walkthrough of how the game will eventually look, and hopefully you'll be able to get some crucial insights that will help you when you design your own version of the project. This is a trickier project and the output is very specific, so we want you to make sure that you pay attention to the details of how to build the map, which is the main way that you're going to see the output of your program. So let's take a look at the game. Now I'm running a file called game.java, and as you can see here on the left, there are actually quite a few other files which you'll be making in part 2 of our project. Let's see if I can get this. Okay, here's our map. As you can see along the top, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 columns, and it goes to A to J, which is 10 rows. Each space is made up of 3 characters, so 3 symbols. In this case, this is the default view, which covers up the whole board with the pound sign. And the pound sign is used to obscure something that could be seen by any one user. And when 2 users switch turns, that screen will always display. And that way, the other person can't look over your shoulder. Obviously, this game would be better if we designed it over a network, so you wouldn't have to take this step. So this is the best we could come up with in terms of trying to hide what the other person sees. So the way the game works is you can either view the map or you can take an action with each of your boats. We'll view the map first. And what we're going to do is, given our 2 options, which this goes back to the idea of the view when you select it in terms of the draw team map function, I'm going to view the direction they're facing. And so what you see here is a set of, at the very least, all of Team 1's boats. You know the Team 1's boats because the 1 is in the 3rd position for each boat. So here's a battleship, and it's on Team 1, and it's facing southwest. Over here we've got a destroyer on Team 1, and it's facing northeast, and so on and so forth. There's the aircraft carrier, the cruiser, and the submarine. You also notice there's quite a few of Team 2's boats. And the reason why they show up is because Team 2's boats are within the visibility or the vision of some of Team 1's boats. Okay. Now, the way the game works is you can take actions with your boats. So S1 right here is facing north. So unfortunately, even though he can see a bunch of stuff, not a very good boat for doing any attacking. And it looks like I want to go after this cruiser potentially. So what I'll do is I'll take action, and I get these choices, and eventually you're going to program all these choices. For now, I'm going to turn to the right. Okay, and it tells you S1 turned right, now facing northeast. Very good, so it reported something out. Now if I view the map, you'll notice that my boat has changed right here, so it's looking in a different direction. And that doesn't change the vision at all. It just changes the direction the boat is pointing, and the boat can really only attack in the direction it's pointing. Now I'm dealing with my cruiser, which is C1, so I can take an action with him. Let's move. Now the cruiser has a special ability, which is it can move twice. So it moved 2 spaces, and now when I view the map, you can see that I moved it all the way in that corner. It's not a great strategic move in terms of the game, but it's how the game works. And this would continue. So I'm going to go really quickly through a bunch of turns here. So let's view the map and look at the health just so you can see that difference, which is how many points of health you have. Now let's take an action with the aircraft carrier. We'll launch our planes. There's an air raid, so that's fun. Let's take an action with the destroyer. We'll move forward. Maybe the destroyer has a couple moves too. Yes, that's true. We'll take action with the battleship. We'll turn to the left. Okay, so you notice after I did all the boats for 1 player, it switches back, reverts to view 1, which covers up the whole board. This is where, if you were playing against a friend, you would get up and say, okay, I'm done with my turn, and then the other person would come over and look at the board and decide to make their 5 moves, okay, or however many boats they have remaining. So at this point, now I can view my map, and if you notice this time when I look at the map, now I'm seeing Team 2's boats, and I can kind of see what's going on with Team 2, okay, and I can take the necessary actions that I want to take. This repeats back and forth, and we'll keep going until someone has lost all their boats. Okay. We'll do another review of this before part 2 of the assignment, but I wanted you to see how you would interact with the game and play it so that it makes some sense as you're programming it.